Hey, it's John Day, and who is ready for my top 5 things that you may or may not know about Islands of Adventure? Stay tuned to find out what they are. Hey Daniacs, this is John Day, and I'm here at the beautiful Islands of Adventure to do the top 5 things you may or may not know about that you can do at Islands of Adventure or that even exist. So, I already did this one. I posted a video earlier of the 5 things over in Universal Studios, so if you haven't watched that, go check it out. But today, we're gonna be doing the beautiful Islands of Adventure. It's beginning. Okay, so we are in Islands of Adventure. We are making our way through the beautiful port of entry. There's a lot to show in here, but nothing is on my list today, except for maybe if you just look up, if you never have, over to the right, you can see the monkey playing with dice. And also, there's a lot of things being said and done up there, so first little bonus, but that is not one of my top 5. So, as you're walking through the port of entry, like I said, there's a lot to see, there's a lot to do. It's an incredible area of the park when you walk in. The adventure begins. Sometimes they have pirates up there. I think I've only seen them twice, honestly, but there's sometimes people up there hanging out. I haven't seen them recently, so don't know if Universal has gotten rid of them, but we're gonna walk towards my first of 5 things that I wanna show you here at Islands of Adventure. Okay, so like I said, we walked through Port of Entry and now we're here. You have the opportunity to go to the right and you can go over to Zeus Landing, or you can go to the left and you can go to Hulk and Marvel Superhero Island. I know what I'm saying. And but there's always something happening here, scaffolding, and there's shows, and there's little areas to purchase stuff. But what a lot of people don't know, and maybe you do know, maybe this is going to be not new news to you, but you can go behind all of this and you can get an incredible view of all of Universal Islands of Adventure. And so I'm going to walk back here and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so here we are just down the stairs, and you can walk all the way back here. Just be aware this is a smoking area, so just be aware of that. But you get from the Hulk all the way to Jurassic, and you can see the Velocicoaster rolling, Hogwarts, Lost Continent, and even Zeus Landing. So it's a really good spot, especially if you want pictures. Very picturesque. If you look down here in the water, you may see some friends. Let's see if we can zoom on our friends. They don't want us to zoom in on them today, but you can see them out there hanging out in the water. But they're from Zeus Landing. But this is just a great spot. You get a lot of all of the islands, and it's just a great picture. There, now we zoomed on a little bit of our little friends from Zeus Landing. So those are our little friends from Zeus Landing. Again, this is a great spot for a picture. I've zoomed in a little bit just so you can see Hogwarts Castle. You can see Velocicoaster. People are loving it. You can see the Discovery Point. You can see all of Popeyes and Bluto's Built Rat Barge area. And then you can see if we can catch this coming out. Oh, wrong way. I'm zoomed in a little bit far, but there we go. Hulk, we got it. So again, this is a great spot, and this is my #1 place that a lot of people don't know about here at Islands of Adventure. So make sure that you come back here, take your photos. Again, remember that it is a smoking area, so don't bring your kids back here if there are people smoking. There's usually not too many, but there are people back here every once in a while. So come take a photo back here, and that is my first shot for you. Okay, so we are back up the stairs, and now we are walking towards the side of Zeus Landing. And this is something I'm almost gonna show. And I'm gonna count this as my #2 because I think this is the biggest tip if you don't know. So when you come in, even for early park admission or whatever, you have 2 ways you can go. Sometimes they force you to go one way, but most people take Zeus Landing and go all the way around. And you're trying to get to Hagrid's, you're trying to get a Velocicoaster. But if you'll take a little pivot here to the left, you can walk and bypass walking through all of Zeus Landing, and you can get over to your area faster. So you'll walk right over here past Green Eggs and Ham, which if you haven't had Green Eggs and Ham, they're actually really good. Basically, they're tater tots with whatever toppings you want. They got buffalo chicken, they got, green eggs and ham you can put on them. But they have pizza tots, Who hash, which is really good. It's basically like a loaded hash browns. It's amazing. So if you haven't ever had that, I would try green eggs and ham, but you don't have time to stop because you're trying to get to Hagrid's. You're trying to get to our Velocicoaster first thing in the morning. And so you walk past through here, and as you can see, you have the high in the sky trolley above you, but you're bypassing all the big circle of Zeus Landing, and you're walking right behind it. So once we come right over here, you'll see that we'll pass the restrooms here in Zeus Landing, and we'll be right at the bridge leading over to the Lost Continent. So again, if you don't know this and you're just kind of walking, you just kind of follow the crowd. And a lot of people do know about this. Some people do, some people don't. And so that's why I always like to put in any of my videos that I'm doing of Islands of Adventure, especially if you're trying to get to Hagrid's first thing in the morning. But as you see, we're gonna come out over here and we're gonna walk right past the restrooms, and we're going to be over here where the Grinch meets, and right next to the freestyle machines where you can get free water. And we're going to be right here at the bridge of the Lost Continent. So it's just a very quick way. You bypass all that, you bypass all the craziness of Zeus Landing, and now you're here and you're halfway to your goal. So just a little tip and trick, and that's my number 2 thing that I always want to talk about, is that that cheat way to go. And now a lot of people know, it's not a secret, but just want to always put that out on a video that I put out anytime. And yeah, so make sure you do that. You can get to Hagrid's a lot faster. And the next thing we're going to show is an absolutely beautiful view from another vantage point. So get ready. Okay, so we're coming into the Lost Continent. You're getting distracted by the beautiful Mythos waterfalls, but don't get too distracted because you can actually go over here to the left. So let me try to get around this tree to give you a better look. So over that way is how you continue to go to Hagrid's, and you have Mythos over here, and you have the waterfall. But if you continue to walk to the left, you can walk all the way around these rocks, down through here. And a lot of people just don't know this exists. Down some stairs, and you can walk all the way to the back here. There's a couple places where you can actually look there. And so when we go around the corner, I'll show you the best view here. I think one of the best views of Islands of Adventure. All right, here we are. So we're on the back side of Mythos, and you have Jurassic Velocicoaster, and this is long, so you can really stand anywhere. But again, you have this full view, Doctor Doom, Hulk, even the lighthouse and Dr. Seuss Landing, and you can see the port of entry over there. That's the bridge over there is where we were previously. And so it's just another beautiful, here goes Velocicoaster. Woohoo! It's just another beautiful area where you can take photos, you can take videos. It's just a real fun area. Very chill. There's not a lot of people that sit back here. You can also sit on the back side of Mythos. So this right here, holding up Mythos for you. Thank you so much. And there's seating back there. So that seating back there is Mythos. So on a nice day, today's not too bad. On a nice day, you can actually sit back there, have lunch, and have all the vibes of Universal Islands of Adventure. So this is my number 3 because I think it's such a beautiful spot. So we have two things that are beautiful spots and one thing that is a secret. And we got a couple more things we want to show you, plus some bonuses along the way. Okay, this is not one of my top 5, but this is a bonus one for you guys. So again, you're walking through the Lost Continent. Everybody's rushing to Hagrid's in the morning. I'm gonna give you a little tip and trick. If you like Velocicoaster, which I assume most people do, but not everyone likes the intensity of Velocicoaster. If you like Velocicoaster, you're gonna want to let everybody else run all the way to Hagrid's and wait that whole time. Oh, hold on. In the middle of my tip or trick, do we have a dancing King Julius? We don't. He's not dancing, but he is taking photos with the kids. So another extra bonus. King Julius comes out here and dances and takes photos. So that's really awesome. But that's not what we're here for. We're gonna be turning to the left. And while everybody else is running to Hagrid's, you're gonna detour to the left and you're gonna come over here and you're gonna go to Velocicoaster. And why are we gonna go to Velocicoaster? Because first thing in the morning, depending on the time of year, disclaimer, if you let everyone else run to Hagrid's and you make the detour left to Velocicoaster, I have ridden 3 times in a row on Velocicoaster in the morning. It is no more than a 5 or 10 minute wait a lot of the mornings. And I rode front row first thing in the morning. And so you're gonna come across this little bridge and you're going to make your trek over to Velocicoaster and just bypass Hagrid's and ride it a little bit later. Especially if it's a nice day out. You can handle being out in the sun, but both are gonna get incredibly long waits throughout the day. I believe right now Velocicoaster's a 90-minute wait and Hagrid's is a 100-minute wait, so they're gonna get big waits, especially on busy days. But that's a little bonus tip. Has nothing to do with my top 5, but detour from Hagrid's, come over on the bridge, go to Velocicoaster, and ride it back to back to back. You're gonna have to get out of the queue. The screams of joy. You're gonna have to get out of the queue, and you're gonna have to come grab yourself out of the locker, go back and do it all over again. But it is 100% worth it, and you spend more time walking the actual queue than you actually do waiting for the ride. So that's an extra bonus tip for you. Skip Hagrid's, come over here and ride this amazing attraction. I gotta at least show you the front of it if we're gonna walk over here. Velocicoaster. That's my Jurassic Park singing. That's all you're gonna get. I'll do more if you let me know in the comments you'd like to hear more. And while we're here, why not watch the screamers scream? All right, so we're gonna make our way to our next area, talk about our number 4 and number 5. They're right next to each other. So, but again, come ride Velocicoaster, skip Hagrid's in the morning, do some back-to-back, you won't regret it. Okay, I lied. We're gonna give another bonus real quick. So, have you seen those videos of people with a large Velociraptor and getting scared or just having a great time? And you're like, where is that? It's not hidden, but it's kind of hidden. So, it's back here, it's the Raptor encounter. It's literally right across the way from the viewing area for Velocicoaster. They do meet and greets. They have times, like the next encounter is 3:20. They'll do the large Velociraptor, and they'll also do the baby Velociraptor. So you can see it gets a long line, but that's where you can check that out. You can look in the app too for the times. Velocicoaster screams everywhere you turn here in Jurassic Park. So that's another little tidbit, bonus. It's back there at the Raptor encounter. It's kind of behind it. So the walkway, a lot of people go through the main areas of Islands of Adventure, and they sometimes don't walk back this way because it does get really congested. So make sure that you go to that Raptor encounter, get your photo, get your video. It's hilarious. They're real. They feel real. I'm not gonna lie. So make sure that you go and check that out. That's just another little bonus for you guys over here in Islands of Adventure. And let's keep on rolling to the next. Okay, I have another bonus for you. You'll see this beverage area over here, this little area where they're doing hair, putting an extension in. It's a lot of fun. You hear screaming, walk back here, because this is the area that the Jurassic Park River Adventure comes out at. And so you get to watch. If your friends are on it, you don't feel like riding it, you get to watch. And we'll show you what kind of splash they get. If you come over here, you actually will get wet. It tells you you're gonna get wet over there. You can see the ground is wet. You get a little misty over here, but you can see on a busy day, this boat's probably gonna be full. Come back here. This is another bonus for you guys. Come back here, hang out. If you're hot, stand over here and get wet, and it'll be nice. But it's actually a lot cooler by this water, just because it always is. But I think they're coming. You'll hear the screams and you'll see the splash. But this is a pretty decent drop. You just can't see it from outside because it's inside the building to the outside. I'm listening for the screams, and sounds like they're gonna be coming here in a second. But yes, you can come over here, cool off, watch your friends get wet while you stay dry. Here they come. I hear the dinosaur rumbling at them. And it's a lot of fun. So I hear them coming. I hear some screams. You never know where the screams are coming from in Islands of Adventure, but here they go. I feel like they're coming. I hear the roar of the T-Rex. I do hear the roar of the T-Rex. I promise you guys. I don't see anyone over there getting ready to get wet, because you'll see how big this splash is. They are on their way. Here we go. I hear something. Feel like they're coming. This is a lot longer than I thought, but then you get to hear me yap about it. But it's just a fun little area to hang out at. Maybe they're having some issues with the boats. Sometimes the boats get stuck and they have to stop the ride, but usually they're coming one right after the other. Here. I believe they're coming. I hear it. I hear a roar. Do we have liftoff? Do we have liftoff? This is the longest it's ever been between boats that I've ever seen. They must have had a loading issue. Here we go. So yeah, that is the splash that you get. And I got a little misty. So yes, come back here. There's plenty of area to sit and hang out. If you want to get wet, go over into that area. You can stand there and get drenched. It's 150 degrees with 9,000% humidity. Maybe you want to do that. It is not that today. It's a little warm, but it's not that hot today. So that nice little mist actually helped. Plus, you know, you don't want to get your equivalent. See, there goes another one. So that last one, for some reason, the last two were too long. But yes, come back here. It's right as you're walking through over the bridge here from the end of Jurassic Park River Adventure, and then right before you get to Thunder Falls. And there's also another bonus as we're walking, a picture for a T-Rex here. I don't know that I've ever taken a picture with that T-Rex. But let's say hello. Hello, T-Rex. Don't eat me. You're scary. Nice to see you. It's a good little photo op, but I'm a little nervous and I'm leaving. Okay, so our next thing is over here on a ride that is going to get you completely soaked. This is Dudley Ripshaw Falls. Dudley Do Right's Ripshaw Falls. And if you see that, let's watch somebody fall and I'll show you how wet they get. This is not the tips or trick, but if you're hot, on a really hot day, this is gonna be the best way to cool you off because you'll see how drenched these people get. It's absolutely amazing. When they drop hard. Here they come, watch this. Not only did they get wet, I got a little wet. So that's really fun if you want to get cooled off on a hot day. What we're going to show you is over here. So over here they come back. If you come around, they come towards the back here. You can see they'll come down around and they're drenched. But if you see, there's these cannons over here. And I'm not going to do it because I'm not that mean, but they're drenched and they have no idea. But number four is number 4 right there. And if you put money in there, the ones when they come onto that far side, closest to the trees, you can hit that right as they're going by and you'll get them wet as well. I'm not going to pay for it to do it today, but that's number 4 for me because I just think it's a lot of fun. They're not expecting it. They're coming around. You come down here, tap, 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 tap the button, and they get a little wet. So they're already soaked. They can't care too much, but it's a little fun thing to do. Most people won't know that this is on this side or this is where it comes to. So you'll see them soaking wet. They're laughing. You spray them and they're like, what the heck? And they're laughing more. There's others all across and they go all the way up. But number 4 is the perfect one. Number 4 is the best one. It gets them every single time. So come over here, do that after they've already gotten off of this insanity. And one extra bonus too. Over here, right under the Toon Lagoon sign, this is just the extra bonus again. There's a splash pad. So if your kids just want to get a little bit wet, you don't want to wait in a long line for a ride, but they are hot, go over to that splash pad, they can get wet. And they don't have to wait for Dudley Do Right's Ripshaw Falls. But yeah, get some more people more wet. They can't get any more wet than they already are. You saw what happened. So let's keep it pumping. We're gonna go. We got one more, and it's just kind of a really fun thing. And then we're gonna walk out through Marvel Superhero Island. And if I think of any other bonuses, I'll give them to you. But we're gonna walk over to my number 5. Things that people don't know about, or maybe they do know about here at Islands of Adventure. Okay, so an exciting moment. We're walking over to Toon area over by Pluto's, and look who's out. It is Pluto and Olive. They're never out. I never see them. I'm so excited. And they're right next to something I want to show. Look at this.
Bye-bye. Hello. Did you eat a lot of
Look at that. Eats a spinach.
just like Papa? Someday, I'm sure you've got more muscles than this one, so you probably eat more spinach, right?
They're so cute. Okay, so right behind where they are taking photos right now, which is really cool because they're never out, there's this really cool little fun thing to do. So over here, you'll see the sign that says tires, $2, and you'll hear there's air coming out of the tire. So there's a hole here and a hole here. And if you plug up both holes, which I can't because I only have one hand, you can make it stop for a little bit. And it takes a while and the pressure is pretty intense, as you can hear. And so it's just a fun little thing no one knows about hardly. No one ever comes over here and does it. Kids absolutely love it. My son, when he was younger, loves it. Still loves it to today, even though he's 15 years old. And sometimes you'll get beautiful Popeye and Bluto. Popeye and Olive, sorry. Not Bluto. I don't know if Bluto's here, but they are so cute. So this is my number 5. Come over here, try this. It's really fun. And what a cool little area, what a cool little interaction, what a cool moment to walk up into. But it is right here, right outside of the store. And Popeye's and Bluto's built rat barges are right here to the right. Okay, so as we're walking over to Marvel Superhero Island, this is the Toon area. Most of these comic strips, no one really knows of unless you grew up in the 80s and 90s. So I think they should retheme this. My thought would be a whole Secret Life of Pets area and maybe an additional ride. But let me know in the comments what you think you would like to see this turned into. There's a lot to go on over here, a lot of areas to get wet. And there's also the Universal Pass Holder Lounge right here as well. So if you're a Universal Pass holder, you can go in there, special merch, all of that. But this area, if you had your choice, mine is Secret Life of Pets, but if you had your choice, what would you utilize this area for? Because it's a lot of real estate. On top of the fact that there's a whole building that used to have a show over here that no longer has a show. You could do a Secret Life of Pets area, a show about it. I think that's my idea. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Okay, we are walking into Marvel Superhero Island, and we may have walked in the right spot. I don't know if you can see through the sea of people, but do you see who that is? Captain America is here, and we came right at the time that he was coming out to say hi to everyone, to take photos. So again, characters are out in Marvel Superhero Island a lot, so you just gotta pick a time. I don't know if they have any times where you can actually do it, or they're in the system, but there's Captain America ready to take photos, and a lot of times there will be some characters over on this side. Spider-Man's out here sometimes. We usually have some characters over here. Dr. Doom and a bunch of other characters are over by Dr. Doom. So another really fun little area where you can meet some characters. So we just walked upon that. So just wanted to show that off. Captain America is over there saving lives and taking photos. All right, so we are back where we started, over here with a beautiful view right next to the Hulk. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A few little bonus things, a few little tips and tricks. My hair's messed up because the wind is blowing crazy today. But 5 things that maybe you didn't know about Universal. Couple great views, you know, a secret passageway, sort of, not really, over to get to Hagrid's and to get to Velocicoaster. Number 4 was the number 4 cannon. That's easy to remember. Get those guys out and just get them off Dudley Do-Rights a little bit more wet and to surprise them a little bit. It's a lot of fun. And then of course the tires, where we got to see Popeye and Olive, which I never have seen in this park before, so that was incredible. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment. You know, we had a couple questions throughout the video, so your comment. And there goes the Hulk, making people scream. Right here, making people scream. There we go. Oh, he's not done. He's not done. So thank you guys again so much. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed to my Instagram, come on over. I post a lot of things over there. Gonna post a lot more videos. Check out the ones I'm posting here while I've been here at Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios, as well as some of my live streams over at Disney. So thank you guys so much. And as always, remember, happiness is just a theme park away. See you soon.